Hi, my name is Ariel Flicker, and I'm a student at Oregon State University in Bend. And I'm majoring in kinesiology, and I'm really passionate about lifting and wellness. And so I wanted to teach you guys, whoever wants to learn, whoever's interested, mainly some beginners, about how to get abs, which is a little bit of a twist. So this is sort of more of a video, I would say, to teach you how to have integrity with the goals that you have. Now, I personally do like having abs. Part of it was my goal when I was losing weight. I really wanted to have abs, but I realized along the way that having abs was sort of like one small part of a really big goal, which was to get healthier. So today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how to reach some of your goals, whether it's getting a six pack, losing 5 pounds, losing 20 pounds, whatever it is. So, firstly, when you have a goal, such as for me, I'll use my example of getting some abs, getting a six pack. Here's the first step: setting the right goal. So, this is sort of a vague idea, but let's say I want abs. If I say, like, okay, I just want abs and I want to do it in 6 weeks, that doesn't give me very much structure for one, how I'm going to attain it. Two, that's sort of like a good timeline, but I don't know how I'm supposed to measure my progress. Am I banding my stomach? Am I taking selfies every day? Like, what's up? So, again, when we're setting our goal, step number one, we want it to be sort of after what's called the SMART model. So S stands for specific, and then M is measurable, A is attainable, R is realistic, and T is timely. So when I set a goal, I want it to encompass all of those things. So my goal of, getting a six pack then becomes I want to lose 10 pounds. So in my brain, it's like, okay, 10 pounds from now, I might not have a six pack, but that's a smaller goal than getting a six pack because Lord only knows how much weight, like each individual has to lose or I have to lose to get a six pack. So we've got my goal now. I want to lose 10 pounds. Now measure it. I'm going to give myself 8 weeks. 8 weeks, 10 pounds. That's a totally reasonable goal. I think like I can mark my calendar and I can say like, okay, on this weight, I want to, this day I'm going to be this weight, all of that. And then it's attainable because, like saying I want a six pack in 6 weeks, I'm probably going to have like 2 or 3 days in the next 6 weeks where I'm not going to eat exactly perfectly. It's got to sort of fit my lifestyle and my schedule. So there we have it. We've got my goal: 10 pounds, 2 months. I'm going to measure it. I'm going to weigh myself once a week, and that's how I'm going to know. So now I've got my goal and it's all set up. Now, whether your goal is lose 20 pounds, have a six pack, maybe, switch to vegetarian eating, you want to have it be completely written out. So when I write out my goals, I like to write them out on these cute little pieces of paper. So like, here are my macros, daily goal. Here's some other daily goals and weekly goals. And I like writing them out on these cute little pieces of paper because it makes it a lot more exciting to work towards. So we've now set our goal, and the next step is to have some sort of an acceptance moment. Now, I don't know about anyone else who wants abs, but I remember when I was looking at all these pictures of girls who do CrossFit and men, I was like, oh my God, I just need to eat really well and I'm going to look just like that. And that's not true. That's not true at all. Part of your homework should be, if you watch my video completely, to Google image abdominals. I want people to see that athletes, no, you could be the most strong athlete in the world. Athletes do not have the same looking abs. Genetically, you are not going to have the same abs as someone else. So now I have abs and it's weird. It's sort of like I look at my stomach and I look at someone else who has abs. I'm like, oh my God, like, they have an ab here, an ab here, 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 here. It's like I had to realize, I had to accept that my body, even when I'm super fit, is not going to look like anything like someone else's. Even a woman who's my height, my weight, my similar genetics, we have abs that will look totally different. So once you've set your goal, you need to make sure that you can accept the fact that your goal, you can only work so hard. So if your goal is to lose 20 pounds and you do it, that's great. But, if you're in your brain, you're like, oh, I'm going to look like Kim Kardashian. No, cut it out. Because when you don't set a realistic goal and accept reality, you start to get disheartened. It gets easier to give up. If I thought that I was going to look like, Sarah Sigmund is my favorite athlete. So if I thought I was going to look like Sarah Sigmund when I, started clean eating, I thought at first I was like, maybe I'll look like her, but I've come to realize I can have the same body fat as her, but I will never be an athlete that looks anything like her. So part of the importance of setting a goal and the acceptance is also the fact that it is easier to stay motivated when your goal is realistic for you. Once I accepted that I wasn't going to look like some like super fit athlete that I see on Instagram. I can be the most fit version of myself, but until I accepted that I will be the best version of me, it was so disheartening to look at my selfies in the mirror or whatever and be like, why don't I look like this person? I'm working my butt off. Why am I not like this? So if you can focus in on your goal, and I mean really work hard, like take 2 days, take 2 weeks, it doesn't matter. Really come up with a goal that's clear cut, that's honest, that fits your lifestyle. Come up with a good plan. If you're trying to lose weight, write out every single meal you're going to eat, write out when you're going to work out, and make sure it fits in that schedule. Don't cut around the corners. It's like I've done it. I've had to lose weight and I've done it, so I know it's easy. So yeah, we've set our goal now. We have accepted the fact that we are all individuals, that, our program's going to work the best that we can work it. Next, probably the most annoying step in getting abs is patience. So I think I was lifting weight for 4 years before I really even felt like connected to my body in any sort of way. I was lifting super, super like strenuous lifts, lots of reps, weights that really were probably not even appropriate. I still struggle now with choosing weights that are too low for what my body can handle because I'm sort of not always fully connected with my body. It's very hard to be patient with your body when you're working hard. So I had several years go by asking, athletes. I bought so many fat burners. I tried the RP diet. I've done Shakeology. I've done every diet. I was not patient. I didn't work the program. So I'm really the type of person to put in all my work into the gym. And as soon as I do a diet for like 2 weeks, I'm like, why don't I have abs? So patience has been the lesson of 2017 for Miss Ariel Flicker. It is so hard to eat healthy and good food for you. I guess for the first 2 or 3 weeks, you're used to it. Because after like 2 weeks of salads, I was like, where the hell is my abs? Why am I not a size 2? Like, what's going on? It is so hard to be patient with your goals. But I promise that if you, and I don't just mean go like 50%, if you set up a plan to lose weight, to get abs, and you go, pardon my language, but balls deep into it, and you don't give up on yourself. And I mean, you look in the mirror and you tell yourself in the morning, at 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock, whatever time you're struggling, you look at yourself in the eye and you say, I made a commitment. I'm going to do this. It's shitty right now. There's brownies in my break room. I don't want to go to the gym, whatever the excuse is. Look at yourself in the eye. Remember, good things come with time, and give yourself some, just take a moment and be patient. I will say getting my nutrition on lock was a lot harder than just going to the gym. And some people are the reverse. Some people don't like the gym, but meal prepping comes easy. That wasn't me, and that's totally fine if that's you too. But the thing is, once everything is in place, once you've set that goal and you're working hard on it, all you got to do is wait it out. Wait, it's funny. But seriously, so once you've set a goal and you've accepted that it will occur in the way that, your body wants it to. So if you're going to lose 20 pounds, yeah, it's not all going to go missing from your thighs. Girls, you might lose it in your boobs too. Dudes, if you're trying to, gain your biceps, you're going to gain weight in other places. We've got to accept reality. After we've been patient and remembered that good things take time and quick fat burners and all those things aren't really good for strong results, we have our last step for abs: integrity. So after we've set our goal, and after we've accepted reality, and after we've been patient and know that results take time, why am I even talking about integrity? So here's when I would say is when you start to see the results. So after 6-10 months of, maybe even 6 to 8 months of really hard work, diligent eating, diligent prepping on my part, I finally started to get in the habit of sort of just eating healthy all on my own. And that sounds weird, but for a lot of my weight loss journey, it has been a conscious effort for me to look, at food I want to eat, at, like looking at the scale and just wanting to give up. After about 6 to 7 months of working really hard on my eating and my lifting, so the combination, things started to sort of happen without me even trying. And by that, I mean, I would go into grocery stores, and instead of going to aisles where I would maybe pick foods that I used to binge on, my brain just naturally didn't even do that. And so I weirdly just sort of got used to this whole eating healthy thing. And now it really is like second nature. Now it actually feels a little bit foreign for me when I want to eat something like cookies or candy. Not that I don't have them, but it feels weird because my body is so used to getting good nutrition. It actually is a little bit strange. So why am I talking about integrity? Because that did not happen overnight. And once I was able to be patient with my body, I started to notice that when I didn't eat really well, I could tell. So when you start eating healthy, and I don't mean like 4 days a week healthy, 2 days a week not healthy, I mean like 7 days a week, 7 weeks in a row, maybe 2 times you slip up and you eat, like an extra some piece of bread. Once you're really in your routine, you will start to be able to notice how you feel when you're not in your routine. It's sort of like if someone gets 8 hours of sleep every day and then one night they get 6, they can totally feel it. I wish I got 8 hours of sleep a day. If anyone knows me, I don't. But so on a day when maybe someone get if someone gets 8 hours of sleep and then they get 6, they're going to be moody, they're going to be tired, and they're going to notice. So when you eat like, your meal plan or your macros, whatever you're doing, for 40 days in a row, and then one day you have a cupcake, you're probably going to be like, oh, wow, that sugar hit me really hard. And that's kind of what you want. And that sounds a little weird and uncomfortable, but if you can be so connected in your body that you can feel in your body, in your mood, in your movements, in your motions, when you're sort of off, that's like the goal. That's way better than a 6-pack. That's way better than losing 20 pounds because that's the true brain-body connection. And then you can really feel when you're full, when you're hungry. And so the only way to get there is by having integrity. When you want to give up, you got to stick to your plan. When you want to, break off and maybe, oh, like I don't want to go to the gym for the next 3 days. Like I really want to go on this vacation. No, don't do that. Take a walk. I don't know, bench press some soda cans. There's always ways to get around the excuses as long as you don't want them to be an excuse. If you want to give up, it's really easy to come up with reasons to give up on a goal. But if you set a goal that is actually realistic and you are patient and you accept that it's not going to go perfectly and you have integrity and stick to your goals, you can get a 6-pack, you can bench, 200 whatever pounds, you can deadlift 500 pounds. All of it is the same. Working hard for a goal, it doesn't really matter what the goal is. The process is the same for everyone. There's no one person who's accomplished something great who hasn't at least one time wanted to give up. And the thing is, it's very normal and it's very healthy to want to give up, but having integrity, and that's why this is the 4th step, is so important. Because when you can make a promise to yourself and you go all the way through, you get there, like I said, I've lost the weight I wanted to lose and I'm at a really good, strong place for myself. I feel awesome. I can look back and say, holy shit, the amount of times I wanted to give up and didn't. Damn, the amount of days I wanted to give up. And trust me, I had my rough days when I just ate Domino's in bed all day. Those weren't my high points, but I had a lot of integrity in the past year, and it got me from being not only out of shape, but really genuinely not happy with my life. I was very depressed. I was in a cycle of not only eating unhealthy, but just feeling so depressed. I remember making a commitment to myself that I never even thought I'd keep. I set a goal to lose 20 pounds because I was like, fuck it, like I might as well try. But after I set that goal, and then I was able to really accept, this was my hard step for me, accepting that my fit body is not going to look like throw it out the window, throw the idea out the window. My fit body is not going to be like anyone else's. It did make it a lot easier for me to keep going because I realized that this is my journey. This is totally about me. This is about no one else's fit body, not even the other people in my CrossFit class who look like me. When I got there, when I set my right goal, my 20-pound goal, which was my first, and I made many more, accepted my reality, and then finally had some integrity and some patience with myself because I knew that it wouldn't be easy to lose 20 pounds with my eating issues. After all of that work, after setting that goal and working my own program, I have come to a point when I am just so proud of how far I've come. And the truth is, I know how hard it was for me. I know how hard my journey was. I know it's hard for other people too. And that's why I'm here. That's why I want to share everything I've learned with anyone who wants to know. So if you have a goal, whether it's 6-pack abs or, you just want to be one of those guys at the gym and deadlift 500 pounds, this system will work for you. So I will review it one more time. Set a goal that is realistic, that fits with your lifestyle. Write it all out. Write your schedule. Write what you're going to do, how you're going to do, when you're going to do it. Write down to your grocery list with the times you're going to go to bed. It does not matter. After that, you really want to sit down and accept your reality. And whether accepting your reality is just a simple, sentence saying like, all right, like I'm doing this is done. Or if you've got to go on some, long dramatic walk where you're trying to really process out your goal, because I'll be honest, it took me a long time to realize that if I lost weight, I wouldn't look like, a Victoria's Secret model. That I wish that didn't take me like 6 months, but it did. So whatever you can do, however you can sort of come to terms with your goal, do it. So, meditate, lift, do whatever. Then remember that patience is not just a virtue, but a strength of athletes everywhere, because having patience with your skills at the gym or in your sports or with your eating, with your weight, with your grades, with your job, it's an important skill. And lastly, integrity. Remember that you're the only person working your program when, you're alone in your house and it's late at night and there's a bunch of cupcakes in your fridge from, your friend's birthday party, whatever. You can eat those, but it is up to you whether or not you want to stick to your goals. And so I'm Ariel again, and I go to OSU in Bend. And all I want to say is that I believe that you can accomplish whatever goals you want. And I think if you use my system, it will be easier. But take it from me as someone who honestly has worked so hard in the past year to achieve a goal that not only me, but most of my friends, I would agree, would not think is possible. I haven't just lost 20 pounds, but I've honestly become so invested in my own health and well-being. I've become so much happier. I feel brighter. And each day I'm able to remember and I can look back on the fact that so long ago I was so disheartened and I worked it. I did it all on my own, just like you can. You can honestly achieve anything if you just set your mind to it. You just set the right goal. You accept that everyone is different. You have a little patience with yourself and have the integrity to keep pushing. I truly believe anyone can accomplish anything that they want to do. Thank you so much. And if you have any questions about what I said, any ideas for what you want me to talk about, or simply just want to talk, please leave a comment. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day and get going on those goals, because let's start today. Let's start right now. Your future begins now.